What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Eisenhower Outdoors. My name is Brandon. I hope everybody's having a blessed day. As I mentioned to everybody in my intro video last week, I had put in a special order at Great Outdoor Provision for a particular item that we will see here in just a little bit coming up. And a really special day, as that item has finally come in stock. Great Outdoor Provision had given me a call and told me that it was ready for pickup. I went and picked it up. So really excited to bring this unboxing video of the new Old Town Sportsman 120 PDL. Really excited about this boat. Been waiting, it feels like forever to get this boat. As I told you guys earlier in the intro video, that I've been waiting for probably about a year or two, really researching kayaks and trying to find out which kayak is really best for me, with all the different features I want in one, and the different seating, and the stability of a kayak and all that good stuff. So the Sportsman 120 PDL seemed like the perfect boat for me. I did a ton of research on different, whether it be Old Town and Hobie's and Perception brand and Native and Jackson, the whole lot of them. And the Sportsman 120 PDL definitely stood out to me. I had actually reached out to Ryan Lilly, one of the reps at Johnson Outdoors, who's actually the parent company of Old Town, and he had given me a lot of information about the boat. It's kind of, I guess in a way, kind of taken over the Topwater series that they've come out with. However, there's about 3 or 4 different differences per se with the Sportsman line compared to the Topwater line. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the unboxing of it, and we'll get into it. Here we go. Alright, so after we got all that unpackaged and everything, obviously as you can see the conditions out here, this is definitely not the type of scenery I really wanted to bring you guys. Unfortunately, here in Charlotte, North Carolina, last month it's been feeling like we're more Seattle, Washington than Charlotte. So unfortunately the rain's been absolutely crazy. I'm planning to actually take this out for a test drive this weekend. So I wanted to go ahead and bring you guys the unboxing video, but unfortunately you get the rain, you're getting inside the garage. I was wanting to actually get it out here and put it out here in the front yard, actually, on a nice sunny day, like you see most videos with, but unfortunately we get what we get. We can't control the weather. But yeah, guys, going ahead and starting out. So as I mentioned before, this is the Old Town Sportsman 120 PDL. The boat is 12 feet in length, 3 feet wide, 36 inches. So basically just starting out here at the front. So just like with the Topwater, you get this huge front hatch here. It's pretty much held down here by 2 bungees. The hatches on Old Town are absolutely fantastic. They always have these really heavy duty thick seals with them. So I know a lot of different other kayaks and stuff like the Hobie's and other ones. Sometimes people have kind of complained about water leaking within these things, but these from Old Town are absolutely fantastic. This boat is really good whenever it cuts through the water, to where it doesn't really take the water over the front here. So that was one of the big things I loved about this boat. Is a very nice dry trip and ride that you'll actually be going through. This boat here is the photo camo color. It also comes in the ember camo, which is actually I believe the only color that you can find, the Sportsman is the only boat that you can actually find the ember color in from Old Town. So, but yeah, guys, moving back and everything here. Here's the bar here that actually supports the PDL drive here. I haven't got everything set up just yet. I went ahead and told the guys at Great Outdoor to just kind of keep it wrapped up for me. So this is pretty much how it went ahead and come. But as you see here, you got 2, I believe they're 16-inch Yak Attack. I believe they're Yak Attack. They might not be, but you got 2 rails here on each side of the kayak. I love this kayak because the photo color. Because the color really pops with all the orange that you have on it. I really love the ember color as well. However, all the accents with that boat were black, so I kind of like a little bit more color. So that's why I went with the photo here. So let's take this drive out here. And So, I mean, this thing is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, it's built, I mean, you could probably shoot bullets at it and this thing would hold up. I mean, this thing is just incredibly stable. It's extremely impressive. Like I said, I mean, just like with the regular pedals and stuff like right here, you don't have to worry about pulling anything to actually go back in reverse. You simply just pedal backwards. So, I absolutely love that. Whenever kayak companies talk about hands-free with pedal drives, that's hands-free. You don't have to stop, put it in reverse, anything like that. You can either go forward, you can go back, and you're good. You can just continue going on fishing as usual. So, the pedal drive, I mean, it is a little bit heavy. It's about, I think it comes in right at 20 pounds. So it's really nice. So you have this front latch here, if I can get it here, and it kind of springs up. So it's really nice. Inside you got a pretty nice size kind of cargo pull right here. About maybe, yeah, about fingers length deep. So I mean, you can definitely throw in your cell phone in there, wallet, keys, whatever on that. You do have these, almost like, yeah, you kind of actually have these rubber gaskets in here around the actual frame of the lid. So that kind of helps to keep water out. Shut this back up. And then, yeah, guys, and the thing is too, you would not believe that with this thing being 20 pounds, this thing actually floats, which is incredible. I know the Hobie Mirage drives, now granted they do come in a lot lighter at 7 pounds, however those things actually sink. So, you know, like I said, it'd be kind of hard to actually have this thing fall into that, to the water, but I mean, if you have it lifted up, you accidentally bump it, or sometimes it'll take a good bit of force to kind of knock it over. You don't have to worry about losing your pedal drive, because these things are pretty pricey. I mean, I think this pedal drive here, I think comes in around about $950 just for the actual drive itself. So yeah, like I said, but yeah, this thing is really sweet. Like I said, it locks in perfectly in a place. I can't, unfortunately, with it being on my garage floor, I can't really go ahead and put it in to kind of see how it looks, because like I said, it can't go all the way through with the floor being there. But yeah, like I said, we'll be able to get into it whenever I actually get on the water with it. Okay, so we'll got that out of the way. So coming back up here, you have two really nice rubber kind of netting material here to kind of put in, your pliers, or different small tackle, anything like that. You can throw your phone in here, whatever. I'm definitely it's probably the spot where I put my pliers at. It'd be very readily accessible with that. One of the really big things that on this boat, which was a difference from the Top Water series, was these new deck pads that they actually have here. In a way, it kind of feels a little bit kind of like memory foam. It's much denser and thicker foam. It feels like it would definitely contour and kind of mold to your feet a little bit. It's extremely comfortable, especially from standing up and casting from it and whatnot. I mean, this is extremely comfortable. And if you can kind of actually hear through the camera, I'm knocking on this with pretty good force, and you don't hear anything loud kind of going through the boat. So it definitely keeps it a lot quieter. Lots of times, I know a lot of kayaks will it will have the mat or the decking down here, and it will be kind of plastic. And I mean, that's always kind of blew my mind, because obviously if you drop the pliers, it's going to have that loud kind of thing, and obviously it will kind of spook fish away from you. So really nice foam material here. So like I said, with Old Town, they have absolutely a ton of different seat adjustments, so you can actually get this seat in perfect position with your body, with the actual pedal drive here. I think you have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 different positions to have the seat in, which is incredible. Lots of times, seats will only have maybe 2 or 3 different settings, or you can kind of go up or down. Now, one thing about this seat is that I wish it would kind of improve. This is only one position seat, so it does not go up or down. It's just one position. However, that position is, I think, the most perfect position. It's not a high position, it's not a low position. You're kind of sitting right there in that perfect size, that perfect height width from your actual kayak and stuff. So it's perfect. But one of the big selling points for me too with this boat was a lot of people with the Top Water series, they kind of complained a little bit with the comfortability of the seat. It was kind of just like a single mesh type of material with that seat. It was comfortable for about 2 to 3 hours out in the boat, but a little bit after that, you're gonna start getting sore, a little bit stiff. This seat is incredible. This is Old Town's pretty much the most premium seat that they offer. If you can actually see here, this thing is extremely breathable. I mean, the feel of it is absolutely fantastic. It's got a huge wide seats. I mean, whether you're a bigger guy, smaller person, whatever, you're going to fit on the seat absolutely, just fine. And then the awesome thing about this seat is too, which is one of the things that the top water boats did not have, is you have this really nice pocket underneath here. I mean, you can throw big time tackle boxes or whatever you want underneath this thing, phone, anything like that. I mean, it's just in a reach away. So really nice seat. I'm pretty sure this seat actually comes from their Ocean Kayak series, if I'm not mistaken. One of their other series, but yeah, this seat is absolutely incredible. So over here too, with the Sportsman edition, they also give you a really nice tackle box here. So pretty much you got some things in here. So you pretty much have in here your tension knob for your rudder control right here, and then you also have your paddle holder that you actually put over here on the side. They do not end up pre-installing these just to kind of make sure that it doesn't get damaged or anything like that during shipping. And then you also have your strap right here that will actually strap it to the side of your kayak. So definitely be making sure I assemble that here soon. So right here behind the seat, actually before we get behind the seat, underneath the seat, you have really nice ample room. Same thing, you can easily put big time tackle boxes, anything like that down here, and just you have plenty of room. One right here, right behind the seat, you have I believe it is a watertight console. I'm pretty much unlock it right here and pull it up here if it wants to come up. Pull it out. Might help to undo these straps. So you pop this up right here, and then you have plenty of storage in here as well. So I mean, you can put your battery box in here, whatever else you want to put in here. I mean, it's nice. Like I said, it's got a locking latch system. That's very nice. Make sure everything kind of stays sealed up and dry in here. Over here to our straight right beside it is your rudder control. You pretty much just pull this and just circle it all the way back here, and in the very back your rudder will go ahead and drop down. So really nice feature there. And then over here, as I was talking about that tension knob, over here you have your rudder control. So here you actually turn it left and right which direction you want to go. So that tension knob that's in this tackle box, you can actually screw it down, so that way it will actually stay dead set on your steering on where you want to go. I know the Hobie Outback and several of their other kayaks, and also too, this is definitely not a knock on Hobie. Hobie's an awesome brand. It's just I've done a lot of research on this boat and the Old Town brand and the Hobie brand of looking for a kayak. So I know a lot of the main differences between both of these boats. But anyway, so sometimes with the Hobie, whenever you kind of set it with your rudder, lots of times it will start kind of shifting a little bit where you have to keep kind of coming over to it. So this is a really nice design and setup that they went with here. Like I said, you literally just put it in whichever space or whichever direction you want to, and then literally just screw down the tension knob down here, and literally it will stay there until you adjust it and move it again. So really nice. Before we get too far and miss out on it, we actually have two side handles right here. So this is pretty much the same, and it makes it really easy with it being like right here on the outside of the boat. Sometimes kayaks, they actually have them inside the boat, and you kind of have a little bit of space in between you in that handle. So I kind of like it being outside here. One of the awesome things, so with this boat, with this kayak, you have three flush rod mount holders. Now this is one of the best things about this boat, I think. So right here you actually have a forward facing rod holder. So what this actually does and guarantees you is whenever you land a fish, you can go ahead and dock your fishing rod right in here, and it will literally face your rod right out here, and it will actually hold the fish right here for you right in front of your face. So it makes it extremely easy. Go ahead and get your fish, take it off the hook. And then you go ahead and, like I said, then you can go ahead and rig it back up if you need to. I mean, everything is right here in front of your face, to where you don't have to lay your rod down on your lap like a lot of boats, or have it hanging over the side, and it's just, like I said, it kind of gets a mess and it makes it harder to tie knots. So this is an awesome feature that Old Town came up with. Okay, so now moving back here to the stern. So one of the other big differences between the Sportsman and the Topwater series, it was really nice. Old Town actually removed the little stirrups that were right here. I don't know if you're not familiar with them or not. There were two wedges There was one about right here and the other one about right here that kind of took up a good bit of room. Some people didn't like that, with black packs and whatnot, stuff like that, putting right back here, it kind of took it up to where, cooler or things like that wouldn't be able to fit right behind the boat. So they did take those out, which really opened it up. I mean, the stern of this boat is massive. I mean, this thing is, you can see my arm right here. I mean, it goes all the way up here from about the top of my bicep all the way across. I mean, you can put, big time coolers in here. You put, Yak Attack black packs, so any type of black pack, all kinds of different stuff. I know I have a Labrador, and I'm gonna have to take him on a few kayak rides myself. He'll easily be able to fit back here, even with a cooler, have him back here. It's just a huge stern that they have back here. It does have, like I said, different bungee systems as well, just like the front. These things are really nice and definitely feel heavy duty. So you can definitely strap things down, kind of keep things secure with your boat. Okay, and then last but not least, brings us back here to our rudder system. Here's your rudder system. It's a very definitely a fairly long blade. I'm probably looking about 15, 16 inches or so with the length. Like I said, your rudder control is right up here. And where you lift it down, it pretty much lifts up. You got down here by the cables. It goes down, and then, like I said, your steering is over here as well. That'll be covered as well. Like I said, unfortunately, I can't show that to you guys because, like I said, it's sitting in the garage. Since unfortunately I can't get it out in the yard like I was wanting to. But then there's really nice, one of the other differences as well. From the top water and the Sportsman, you do have a shallow water anchor mount, so if you wanted to put a power pole or one of those types of items or just an anchor system, you could put it back here. You already have 4 drilled holes through, and it already has the screws in here as well. So it definitely make mounting that very easy on that. And then the last but not least, the last big difference from the top water and the Sportsman is, and unfortunately I can't show you guys because, as I said, well, actually I might be able to show you guys. So I know a lot of people, the handle actually used to be here in the top water series. A lot of people did not like that. One, it was not centered with the boat, so it kind of made it feel like the boat would wobble a little bit when you were carrying it. And then 2, like I said, it just wasn't that practical. So a lot of people have complained about that as well. So Old Town being the company that they are, they definitely listen to their customers. And they actually put 2 grab handles actually built in to the back of the boat. You got one here on the back side, on this side of the rudder, on the left side, and you got one on the right side as well. So it makes it extremely more easy and more comfortable. You got a really nice kind of deep grip. My fingers, yeah, I got about here. So it goes up really good, so you can actually get a really good firm grasp of it. So you guys, last few things to kind of go over that I know I forgot. Scupper holes with the boat. Here in the back you have 4 right here, right underneath the seat. You have 2, which makes 6. And then right here underneath the seat as well, you got 2 more, 8, and then you got 1 more right here, right underneath your bracket mount for your pedal drive, so that makes 9. So you have 9 scuppers in this hole, makes it drain extremely well. And then one more thing too, I keep memorizing things and seeing things that I did not go over before. You have these little grooves right here, this is the same too with the top water. You have these grooves right here kind of coming up here in the front. These right here are basically designed and made to lay your rods down. So it makes it extremely easy. Kind of like the flush mount that I was talking, or the forward facing rod mount that I was mentioned earlier. You don't have to, put your rod over the side of the boat. It possibly accidentally fall in. Put it right at your feet to where you're kicking it. You can literally just place it to the side over here, and then literally lay it straight up here, and then to where it can kind of go right here. So it's nice. It keeps your rods nice and safe and out of the way. So yeah, guys. Here's your locks. Last thing too. Here's your locks right here. Where you lock down your pole right here for the pedal drive, and then your other lock as well for your pedal drive is right here. So it does a really good job of keeping it sealed up really nice. It's pretty watertight from what I've seen. Keep the water out. So like I said, really excited, guys, about getting this kayak. Even more excited about getting it out in the water. Showing you guys how it performs. Like I said, could be more happy with getting this. Like I said, again, big thanks, a big shout out to Ryan Lilly from Johnson Outdoors and from Old Town for making this boat. Appreciate all their efforts into listening to their customers and getting this set up and delivered during this COVID pandemic. I know a lot of companies have been really behind with their shipping and delivery and everything. So with them being able to get these out when they did, you know, huge thanks and shout out to them. So yeah, guys, like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely smash that like button for me. Subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you out there.